Princess Zuzia and the Mysterious Book of Emotions. Have you ever dreamed of finding a magical book that could change your life? Princess Zuzia, living in a grand castle, had just such a dream. One day, while playing in the castle library, she stumbled upon an old, dusty book she had never seen before. On the cover was inscribed, "The Mysterious Book of Emotions." Curious about what lay inside, Zuzia opened the book. Then something incredible happened. Light burst forth from the book, illuminating the entire library. The book began to speak. "I am the Mysterious Book of Emotions," it said. "I will help you understand your emotions and teach you how to handle them. Are you ready for an adventure?" With wide open eyes, Zuzia nodded. Thus began her extraordinary journey. The Land of Anger. The first page of the book transported Zuzia to the Land of Anger. Everything around her was red and hot. In the center stood a great dragon, breathing fire and roaring with rage. "Who are you?" Zuzia asked, trying not to show her fear. "I am the Dragon of Anger," the dragon replied. "I always feel angry and can't handle it. When something displeases me, I start roaring and breathing fire, and everyone around me is scared." Zuzia realized that the Dragon of Anger felt the same way she did when she was angry. "Maybe I can help you," she said. "My book says that when you feel anger, it's good to take a deep breath and count to 10. Let's try it together." The Dragon of Anger agreed. Zuzia and the dragon began to breathe deeply and count. After a while, the dragon stopped roaring and the fire went out. "I feel better," said the surprised dragon. "Thank you, Zuzia." The Lake of Sadness. The next page of the book took Zuzia to the Lake of Sadness. The water was dark and calm, and on the shore sat a sad fairy. "I am the Fairy of Sadness," she said when she saw Zuzia. "I constantly feel sad and don't know how to deal with it." Zuzia sat next to the fairy and said, "Sometimes when I'm sad, it helps me to talk to someone close. Maybe you can tell me what's troubling you." The fairy began to talk about her problems, and Zuzia listened attentively. After a while, the fairy felt better. "Thank you for listening, Zuzia. Sometimes a conversation really helps." The Forest of Fear. The next page transported Zuzia to the Forest of Fear. The trees were tall and dark, and a shiver of anxiety hung in the air. Suddenly, a small, frightened rabbit emerged from the shadows. "I am the Rabbit of Fear," he said in a trembling voice. "I'm afraid of everything and don't know how to handle it." Zuzia approached the rabbit and said, "When I'm scared, I try to find something that calms me. Maybe we can imagine a place together where you feel safe." The rabbit closed his eyes and imagined a warm, cozy burrow. Zuzia also closed her eyes and imagined her room in the castle. After a moment, they both felt calmer. "It works," said the rabbit with a smile. "Thank you, Zuzia." The Valley of Joy. The last page of the book took Zuzia to the Valley of Joy. Everywhere there were colorful flowers, and birds sang cheerful songs. In the middle of the valley stood a smiling princess. "I am the Princess of Joy," she said with a smile. "I wanted to thank you for helping everyone in the Land of Emotions. Thanks to you, they've learned how to manage their feelings." Zuzia felt proud of her achievements. She understood that everyone has different emotions and that it's important to know how to handle them. The Princess of Joy gave her a magical amulet to remind Zuzia of her journey and what she had learned. Zuzia returned to the castle, holding the Mysterious Book of Emotions. She knew she could now handle her feelings better. When she felt anger, she took deep breaths and counted to 10. When she felt sadness, she talked to someone close. When she felt fear, she imagined a place where she felt safe. Zuzia became a master of her emotions and was happier because of it. She knew she could always return to the mysterious book of emotions if she needed help. Princess Zuzia learned that everyone has different emotions and that it's important to know how to manage them. Thanks to the mysterious book of emotions, she understood the importance of conversation, breathing, and imagination in dealing with difficult feelings. You too can try these methods when you feel anger, sadness, or fear. Remember, you can always talk to someone close about your feelings.